With some of the automations that Cheyenne's been able to set up, that's been a big game changer for me. Being able to work when I'm not working, or when I'm not awake, or when I'm not. When I'm, I guess it'd be working when I'm not working, right? Which isn't
Yeah.
very, which I work all the time, but
Chris, why don't you introduce yourself to us, who you are and what you're doing and how you came across us?
My name is Chris Jung. I'm a mortgage broker with DLC Clear Trust Mortgages. I met Cheyenne about just over 2 years ago, I think it
Yeah.
was. We had I found it intriguing. I didn't even know what an SEO was at that time. He took the time and spent the time to explain what an SEO was, and what digital marketing was. Even so, I was able to kind of learn a little bit that day, and also have a really good conversation. And we met at a networking event, and we ended up closing her down, and end up going for coffee eventually afterwards to kind of figure out how we could maybe even work together. As I got to learn what digital marketing was, and the impact it could have on my business, I actually was able to figure out how I could build that into a large component of my business, so that my business is resilient and continually producing. My biggest gap was, I would say, new clients in my pipeline. Even if I called every single number in my phone, I don't think that I could achieve what I have achieved today. There's only a limited number of people that I'm actually going to be able to speak to. And over time, there's been so many, I don't know, so many additions to this, to the machine, I like to call it, that I couldn't even name all the stuff that we've been doing. That top line has been able to create and execute for me. So there's a lot of everything from more recently, we've been using a lot of automations. With some of the automations that Cheyenne's been able to set up, that's been a big game changer for me, being able to work when I'm not working. I had a client, I'd met them in April of this year, and
Yeah.
they had been to a couple other brokers, and their experience was poor, and they stumbled across my ad, and we pre-qualified them, and we got them into a place in, I believe it was at the end of May, right? And so it was within a couple months, and they're so happy that they moved into the place, and they talked to all their friends, and a couple of their friends had come to me, and were starting to work with them as well. I don't want to waste my time with people that aren't committed to the process, because I'm spending a lot of time with these clients. I'm taking time away from other clients sometimes to spend with clients that need it more. I am in kind of the position now where I can kind of pick and choose the leads that are going to be needing my help more immediately, and where I can add a lot more value now. The CRM itself is another jewel, right? It's something where that helps me manage, and also organize and allocate my time too effectively, and it really it keeps me on track, and it also helps me focus on the things that need the most focus. I have a list of about 40 clients that I'm actively working with right now, that are either actively searching, or are actively making offers, or waiting to do stuff. When that list drops to 30, then I go back into the CRM, and I start to work those leads again, right? So, but the beauty of it is that they're not cold, because of our drip campaigns and our regular touch points that are automated. These clients still, they're like, I've had clients before say to me, "Hey, Chris, thanks for sending me those emails. I enjoy the information that you're sending." Right? It's like a newsletter, but they're getting this information about home buying, and some of the things they need to think about, which is really powerful, right? I would say a good chunk of my business coming from the actual CRM itself. It allows me to venture out into new territory and talk to thousands of people I would have never talked to before, and definitely as a result, a lot more closed business from it. I know by the end of this year I should be at least over 150% over what I was last year, and that would have been, at least last year I was probably like 1,000% over the year before. If I look at my CRM, it's this big pot of business, this big pot of gold that you just have to go in and get and work, right? And it's
Yeah.
just there, it's sitting there, and it's waiting for me to just work it. It's just the research that's there, right? That Shine's been able to gather and accumulate to help salespeople come and do a salesperson's job.